Over the past week, David Anthony Blake, or many people know him as David, the singer, he was arrested and charged in connection to the murder of a 14-year-old girl called Celeste Reves Hernandez. Because this, is a legal case and it's quite serious, I'm going to stick to actual facts and no sort of predictions and guesses here. David actually began his career online rather than in music. According to multiple outlets, he initially started doing video game content creation, posting sort of Fortnite gameplay clips on YouTube and TikTok. As he was using copyright music in the videos, they were being taken down, so therefore he started to make his own music to put in the background of the videos. This decision actually ended up changing his life because in 2026, a short clip of his song called Romantic Homicide, I'm pretty sure everyone's heard it by now, exploded on TikTok, quickly reaching millions of users. The song went like triple, quadruple fucking platinum. Like it was on the chart, like Billboard's Hot Rock and Alternative Songs chart. Like it went crazy. Okay, and that was pretty much his breakout moment. He followed like the success with other tracks like Here, Like Me, which ended up building a massive Gen Z sort of young audience online. He then signed a major record deal, released loads of EPs, he was a relatively well-known artist and performed at many events, including Coachella. In 2025, David also released an album called his debut studio album called Withered, and his career was widely seen as sort of a rapid success story in social media discovery. In 2025, his whole life got flipped upside down. Whilst on tour, authorities discovered a decomposed and dismembered human body in the front trunk of David's Tesla, um, which was towed at the Los Angeles impound lot. Investigators later identified that it was the remains of Celeste Ribes Hernandez, who was a 14-year-old girl, who was reported missing months earlier. On April 16th, 2026, David was arrested from the Los Angeles Police Department under multiple charges, including first-degree murder, continuous sexual abuse of the child under 14, and unlawful mutilation of human remains. According to prosecutors, the murder is alleged to have been premeditated, with claims that the victim was killed after threatening to expose an alleged underage relationship. David pleaded not guilty and is currently being held without bail as the case proceeds to go throughout the court. During the court proceedings, prosecutors stated that devices linked to David contained what they described a significant amount of child sexual abuse material. So basically, he had a whole load of CP on his devices. So he's cooked, bro. He's not a good guy. Defense attorneys denied wrongful doing and say they will be challenging the evidence in court. Since the arrest, his record label reportedly dropped him. Also, collaborative artists also removed most of their tracks from streaming, and YouTube demonetized his channel under its creator responsibility policies. I also like to mention that this is like not like the David fan base sort of knew about this before it actually happened. They sort of knew that he had an underage relationship with the girl because there's multiple photos like posted around with like him with the girl. So we know the relationship happened, but I don't get why his audience is sort of allowing it to happen. Really,
Why are you doing this, yo? This is not.
like in these photos here, you can see that David is hanging out with Celeste, seemingly in some sort of relationship. I mean, they're holding and touching each other, so it seemed like it. And his audience just doesn't seem to care. I'm aware that David's audience is predominantly underage girls, so maybe they kind of just wanted to like think they were there instead of Celeste. But like, I just don't understand how anyone thought this was an acceptable situation. Also, his label must have known before that he was talking to underage people because it was posted online. So the fact that they only sort of dropped him after the charges and allegations and him being arrested happened Makes me seem to think that like they were just trying to get as much money before they had to drop him. It's important to emphasize that this is still an ongoing case, and there has been no trial or verdict, and that the defendant is presumed innocent until proven guilty. But like it was found in his Tesla, he has a whole load of CP on his phone, and we know that he had a relationship, an underage sexual relationship with a 14-year-old. So if he's not a murderer, which I highly doubt, then he's most definitely a pedo. It's a really sad situation because this is a loss of a young person who is, well, 14 or 15 at the time of her death, and it's just a sad situation to see that it seems that like David is trying to cover his tracks, or was trying to cover his tracks by killing Celeste, but there's no that's all the verified information at the time. So that's about it. See ya.